So this is a message for the moms and dads who just got a diagnosis for their child. I want to talk to you about what happens next after you get that diagnosis, because what usually happens is not great. It's not great. Basically, someone hands you a label, they give you a pamphlet. Maybe they say, we'll keep an eye on his development, or we'll check back in a few months, or maybe like, here's some resources. But underneath all of that is this like stabbing kind of quiet message that this is just the cards you were dealt, or maybe like get used to your new normal. But I'd like to push back on that a little bit. Let's talk about what a diagnosis even is. Like, a diagnosis is simply a label applied to a cluster of symptoms. That's it. It's not a crystal ball. It's not a ceiling on your child's potential. It's basically a starting point. In fact, it's more of like an invitation to learn something new, maybe to open your mind to a different path than the one that you thought you had planned for your child. And that is not saying that it's easy. Like, it is not easy. It's just different. But here's what I really want you to think about. Your child's symptoms are not random. They're not just part of the diagnosis, like part of autism or, part of who they are. Those symptoms are your child's body communicating that something is out of balance, and it could be deeply out of balance. And the things that you observe every single day in your child, like the dark circles under the eyes, the constipation, the sleep issues, the meltdowns that they have for what seems like no reason, those are clues, and clues can be followed. Now listen, I know you are tired and overwhelmed and confused. You might even be really angry, and that's totally normal. And I know you've been to appointments. Maybe you've been to every single evaluation, and you've probably been dismissed or talked over or given some kind of one-size-fits-all treatment plan that doesn't have anything to do with your child. And it is exhausting, and you deserve better than that. But here's where you can take control of the situation. Instead of asking, how do we manage these symptoms? Maybe start asking, what's driving these symptoms? What's underneath the hood? What are the root causes? And that can be like anything related to gut health, nutrition, sleep, environmental exposures, infections, inflammation. But all of these things are modifiable. They're actionable. And by addressing them, you could totally shift your child's entire future. So a diagnosis can open doors to things like support in school or resources or language that helps people understand your child and their behaviors. You should totally use that, all of it. Use your diagnosis for that. But hold it loosely, because it does not define your child, and it does not define what is possible for them. Your child is not a label. Their future is not written in some diagnostic code. And you are exactly the person that is best positioned to figure out what comes next and how to help your child. And if you need help with that, that is what Documenting Hope is all about. That's what we're here for. And we're with you.